Hey guys, what's up? This is Harry Talks Movies and TV, and this is my review for She-Hulk Episode 2. So She-Hulk Episode 2 just came out, I watched it, and this is my review for it. This review will have spoilers, so here's a quick warning about that. So She-Hulk dropped last week, the first episode dropped, and I watched it, and I've put a review up for it. I really enjoyed the first episode. I think it was really good. I had a few problems with it, but overall I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good start to the show. And I was really excited for this week's episode, and one of my main criticisms about last week's episode was that it was really short. It was only like 30 minutes without credits, and 37 minutes with credits, and so I was like, okay, maybe it's just because, I don't know, maybe it's because it's a different style, you know. I know that the first episode was going to be different from the rest of them, because the first episode was Origin, it wasn't really about the lawyer stuff. But yeah, so this episode 2, came around, and I loaded up Disney Plus to watch it, and it said 30 minutes, and that was with credits. So altogether, this episode is 22 minutes long, and it's not even like, it's not a sitcom, you know. Like this show, it follows a story, like an overarching story. It's not a different story every episode. It's like, I saw a criticism which I completely agree with, and it's that this show and a lot of the other Marvel shows are like a really long movie. You know, like they're not treated like a TV show. Like this episode did not have a story to it. Like usually in TV shows, each episode will have its own story, and there will be an overarching story, but mainly it will have its own story every episode. But this, it just feels like a long movie that's been cut up into 9 pieces. It just ends abruptly with no end, no beginning, middle, and end of that episode's story. There was just what I saw of the episode, the very short amount of time that we got with the episode, I liked. I like all the content that we're getting from this. The problem is that we're not getting enough. Like all the stuff with Jennifer and her friend and the lawyer firm and Abomination, that was all really good. I enjoyed everything that I saw. The problem is that we're not seeing enough. It's like it's not leaving me like, oh, I want to see more. It's leaving me like, oh, that's it. Like that's all we're getting. It just ends so abruptly, and it's like, okay, well, didn't I just start it? It feels like this doesn't really feel like a show. This is definitely the shortest episodes that we've gotten from any of the Marvel shows. It doesn't even feel like, it feels like a series of shorts, basically, like a little short story, and it's concerning, because I know they've got 9 episodes, different. If they had 6, I would be like, absolutely, like, I'd lose all faith in this show to be able to have a satisfying story if I only had 6 episodes, but it does have 9, so maybe they can pull it off if they just make the episodes a little bit longer going forward. But yeah, so that's my main criticism with this episode and with the show overall, which is it's just too short. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Like, you just start playing, like 3 things happen, and then it ends. It's like, what? So, but yeah, anyway, the stuff that I did see, I did really like. I think Tatiana Maslany is really good as She-Hulk. She really does sell it. The CGI is a problem, but it's not, or it is a little bit distracting sometimes, but it's not terrible, it's passable. It's not the way she looks in particular, it's just the way she moves. It just looks very video gamey. It doesn't look real. So yeah. This episode, it was good. You know, I'm excited to see her actually be a lawyer, which we didn't really see her actually do lawyer things this episode. She just kind of got a new job and was introduced to a new like section of the job that she's going to be doing. And we haven't really seen her do many lawyer things, but we will next episode. I guarantee it. She's representing Abomination, which I think is a really cool concept, and that's a really cool thing that She-Hulk is representing Abomination. And yeah, so that's really cool. We got a little Easter egg, sort of a hint at Hulk's future, where she calls him and asks about Emil, and she's like, or Abomination, and she's like, hey, I need your advice, I'm going to take it anyway, I don't care what you say, blah blah. And then we cut to Hulk, and he's in a Sakaar ship, and it blasts away, going God knows where. I don't know if it's World War Hulk. I know Universal still has the rights to Hulk, but yeah, I have no clue what they're going to do there. I think he does. This might be a little bit of a spoiler, but I saw some Funko Pops of him wearing a different outfit from the show, so I think he is coming back in the show. I don't think we're done with him yet,
but I'm just curious as to what that will be about. Like, is he going to Sakaar? I'm not sure where he's going, but that's interesting. I wonder if, I wonder if when he gets back on the show, we'll actually realize he'll actually say what that was all about. But yeah, so I enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed what we got of it. That's my main thing. I enjoyed what we got of this episode. I think the dialogue is sharp. It's funny. I think, the characters' interactions are good. I think the CGI is okay. I think the story that they're setting up is going to be fun and interesting, of her representing all these different superpowered people, and her representing Abomination. I'm excited to see what comes of that. I think that's a really good overarching story, but they've got to execute it well. The end left us on a bit of a cliffhanger, which does mess up the timeline a little bit, because it's Abomination escapes, and then it shows footage of him at the underground fighting ring that was in Shang-Chi. And I don't know if this takes place during Shang-Chi or after, or the video just got released of when it happened, because at the end of that sequence in Shang-Chi, you see Abomination return to that cell that he's in She-Hulk. So yeah, I don't know what's going to come of that. I'm excited to see what happens next episode. Just make longer episodes, please. I'm begging you. Just make the episodes longer. But yeah, that's it for my review of episode 2 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Yeah, if you like this review, please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on the episode and the show down in the comments. Let me know if you're liking it or not. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.